Hi everybody. Today I'm going to show you how to do the Blue PIKMIN character. And in my last video I showed you how to do the red with the leaf. Today I'll be doing the blue with the flower at the top. I will be using ocean blue jelly bands for the body today. And just so you know, there's 148 blue bands and 17 white bands for the top flower, 2 white bands for the eyes, 2 black bands for the eyes, and 7 green bands. I am going to use one loom, and my loom's going to be in its original position with the arrows facing down. So I'm just going to get started, and we're going to make the arms using double bands going down on the right 7 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Taking a single band, we're going to cap the end 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Now reaching in, we're going to move the cap bands away and we're going to loop up all the way to the top. And remove off the loom, and you can use the end of your peg to place it, or if you have extra hooks, we won't be needing these areas. So you can pause the video and make another one. Now I'll be showing you how to do the legs. So using my blue color, I'll be going down on the right side 4 times. 1, 2, 3, and 4. In the middle, double bands. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Slight push down. Using double bands, we're just going to close it off from the left down to the middle. Now we're going to go down the middle, the right 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Taking a single band, we're just going to cap the end 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. And now we're ready to loop up, so we're just going to reach in and go up the 3 bands on the right, and the last one. And now reach in, grabbing your top 2 bands, and they're going to your left. And now we're going to start to crisscross. So reach in on the right and bring it up to the 4th peg going down in the middle. Reach in the middle, grabbing those 2 bands and bring them to the right. Now reach in on the right and bring it up to the 3rd peg in the middle, just a crisscross. And reach in. Sorry about that, my house line rang. And we're just going to reach in the middle, and instead of going straight, we're just bringing it to the 3rd peg on the right. Reaching in on the right, grabbing the bands and bring it up to the 2nd peg in the middle. Now reaching in, grabbing your 2 bands and go to the right. Now these last bands, we're just going to loop up, straight, and straight. Now we're just going to remove off the loom, so reach in on the right and the middle and remove off. And now these bands, this is what it should look like. These bands, we're just going to stretch and put it on the end of our loom. Now I will show you how to do the leg again. Double bands, 4 times going down on the right. 2, 3, and 4. Going 4 times in the middle, down, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now taking double bands, we're going to go from the middle down to the right, and double bands, we're going to go down on the right 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. A single band, and we're going to cap 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. And now reach in and start to loop right up to here. 1, 2, and 3. Reaching in, grabbing your top 2 bands, which are going to the center, and reach back in on the right, grabbing the bands, and crisscross to the 4th peg going down in the center. We're going to reach in the middle and cross it over to the right. Reaching in on the right and cross over to the 3rd peg going down in the middle. Reaching in on the middle and cross over to the 3rd peg on the right. Reaching in on the right and cross over to the 2nd peg in the middle. Now reaching in and cross over to the right. Now the last 2, we're just going straight up. And now we're going to remove and place it on the last peg. So just give it a stretch and slide it over, And now I'm going to show you how to do the body. So using my blue bands, I'm going to start on the left up to the middle and on the other side. Now going down on the right 3 times, 1, 2, and 3. On the left 3 times going down, 1, 2, and 3. Now closing off, I'm going to go from the left down to the middle and the middle to the right. So that's your 5th peg going down. Now closing off the middle, 1, 2, I'm going to push down, 3, push down, and 4, and push down. Now we're going to do the body. We're not going to give him a neck, so we're going to go to the left up to the middle, just like that. And on the other side, middle to the right with a slight push down. Now we're going to go down the right 3 times, 1, 2, and 3. On the left 3 times, 1, 2, and 3. You can push down. Now we're going to close off the bottom. So from your left down to your middle and on the other side. Now closing off the middle, double bands, and one more time. And I'm just going to push down. Now I'm going to put a single holding band, and we're going to do an upside down triangle. Oops. From there to there. And now I'm going to show you how to do the eyes. So you need 2 white bands, and I'll be using 2 black bands for the eyes. So I'm going to wrap this around my hook 3 times. So this is 1, 2, and 3. Taking a single white, we're going to wrap it around twice on this side and twice on this side. So 1, 2, 1, and 2. Now another one, 1, 2, and 3, and a single white. 1, 2, 1, and 2. Taking our body color, a single, we're going to just slide the eyes on. And we're going to attach it to the second peg on the left to the second peg on the right. I'm just going to take my hook to separate. And now continuing with our holding bands, a single, we're going to make a triangle, and another one on the face, and now moving to the body. Skipping this area, and one more, so that was 3 on the body and 3 on the face. Now we're going to attach the arms, so I'm just going to reach in, removing a single arm, and attaching it to the shoulder area. So this is your 5th peg going down. Grabbing another arm and putting it on the opposite side. And now the legs are going to be a little bit tricky, so I'm just going to reach in and grabbing one leg and putting it on my hook. We're going to take 4 of these loops, so 1, 2, 3, and 4, and they're going to go on our left side, and the other 4 loops are going to go in the middle. So you might want to just give a nice little push down on these 3 pegs, and taking 4 of the loops and slide them on, and the other 4, and just give it a nice push down. And if you want, just for looping purposes or not sliding off, I'm just going to stretch these to this peg here. So that way I know it's not going to fall off, it's going to be nice and neat. Now grabbing my other leg, reaching in, oops, lost my loops. And now I'm going to attach 4 loops to the middle and the other 4 loops to the right. So just pinch it, slide it on, and on the other side. And I'm just going to stretch it just to keep it safe. So now we're ready to loop up. What we're going to do is reach in the middle, moving the leg bands out of the way and grabbing the top 2 bands and bring them to the middle. Reaching in, moving those legs out of the way and grabbing the top 2 bands and bring them to the right. Again, the last 2 bands and bring them to the left. Now I'm going to reach in on the right, grabbing the bottom 2 bands and bring them up. Move that cap band out of the way and just go up. I'm going to move the arm out of the way and grabbing the 2 bands and bring them to the neck. And now we're going to reach in on the left, grabbing the bottom 2 bands, moving the legs out of the way and the holding band, and just loop up. And now I'm going to move the arm out of the way and bring it up to the neck. Now completing the middle. And now in this area, we're going to move everything out of the way and grabbing the top 2 bands, and they're going to the middle. Oops. Sorry, I grabbed 2 wrong bands. Sorry. If you have your band stuck and you're having a hard time, just wiggle all your bands around And then just reach in, grabbing your top two, and bring them to the middle. Now we're going to reach in, moving all these bands out of the way, and grabbing the next two bands that are going to the right. Now reach in, and the last two bands are going to your left. Now I'm just going to loop up on the right, and bring it to the top. And on the left. Now finishing off the middle, and reach in. Now in the last design, when I did this one, I removed this off just like this and placed it on the stem part, which is a lot of bands to have control over. So if you would like, instead of doing that, just removing it off, and then we'll be attaching it to a peg here with all those bands, you can take double bands and slide those on without doing a slip knot. Or in the design, we'll be doing the stem part with a single band wrapped twice. It is your choice what to do. So I will actually just be doing one band, a single band, and wrapped twice, and bringing all these bands on there and grabbing it just like that, just to have more of a tighter look. And then just remove off the loom. So this is what your guys should look like. Now I'm just going to place this at the end of my loom, just like that. Now I'll be showing you how to do the flower. So using white double bands, we're just going to go at the top of the loom from the left up to the middle and the middle to the right. Now taking double bands, go down twice on the right, 1 and 2, and on the left, 1 and 2. Now in the middle, we're going to go down twice, 1 and 2. Now switching to your green color, we are going to take double bands and close it off. So from your left down to your middle and on the other side. Taking green bands, we're going to finish off the middle. We're going to use a single white band and we're going to make a triangle. And a single green band, we're going to make a triangle for holding bands. Now we're going to use our body color, and it's a single band wrapped twice all the way down to the end of your loom. So I'm just going to use my hook and make a single band looped twice. So again, 1 and 2, and give it a stretch. Or you can take a single band and wrap it around by hand. So 1, twist, twist, to the end. Oops! Don't you love how bands always go flying and then you gotta pick them all up? 2, again. And now removing your body, so we're going to take him off. And we're going to attach him right at the end. So now we're ready to loop up. So move him out of the way and taking your band and just go up. And now we're going to do the green area. So reaching in and grabbing your top 2 bands that go into the middle. Your next 2 bands are going to your right. And your next 2 bands are going to your left. I'm going to go in on the right and complete it all the way to the top. Reaching in, moving that holding band out of the way, and go right to the top. On the left, grabbing just the bands, and go up. Completing the middle. And now doing a slip knot at the end, I'm going to use a single white band and reaching in and grabbing it and taking this band and just slide it over. And now just pulling it. So he's ready to come off very gently because they're single bands. And now he's done. So you can fix the eyes. I'm just going to use a toothpick, grabbing all these bands for the one eye, moving it around, reaching in, I actually just like to put white at the bottom and the white at the top. Makes it a round little eye. And now you can hide this white band. So I'm just going to give this like a little pull. And I'm just going to reach in anywhere really in the middle center of the flower and just give it a little pull to the back. Okay, and now he's done. I hope you enjoyed Looming with Cheryl. Please subscribe down at the bottom. I have a lot more designs to do videos for, and you can check me out on Instagram, and I'll see you next time with another design. Bye for now.